Not human, get it? Something non-human, but intelligent. A non-terrestrial intelligence.
Do you believe in aliens? Extraterrestrial beings? For those of us who read the Bible, it's clear. Extraterrestrial beings not only exist, but they've been here since the very beginning, since before the earth was made. The book of Job, chapter 38, verse 4 through 7, quote, "Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Tell me, if you have understanding. Who determined its measurements? Surely you know. Or who stretched out the line upon it? To what were its foundations fastened? Or who laid its cornerstone when all the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy?" End quote. What this verse is saying is that when the earth was created, there was a race of beings called morning stars, or sons of God, who sang together and shouted for joy after God created it. Quote, "We may deduce two logical conclusions from these verses. First, that they are not referring to literal stars, but the sentient sons of God. And second, that these sons of God are older than the earth itself, since they were present to witness the primordial foundation. The motif of the morning stars and biblical parlance is meant to convey pre-existence and preeminence. In John's revelation, Jesus declares, quote, "I am the root and the offspring of David, the bright and morning star." While writing to the brethren in Colossae, Paul affirms the preeminence of Christ, quote, "He is the head of the body, the church, who is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in all things he may have the preeminence. As the firstborn, not only from the dead, but over all creation." Jesus is the original morning star and the preeminent Son of God. The morning stars and sons of God are children of dawn, the second born in the family of God. They represent an elder race of beings that are both pre-existent and preeminent in relationship to all others save the Son of God himself, the first and foremost over all creation. End quote. An elder race of beings, otherwise known as angels. They were there to witness God creating the earth, and by their very definition, they're extraterrestrials. Now, we know that angels can look like people. There are instances all throughout the Bible that prove this point. The most famous one being in Hebrews chapter 13, verse 2. Quote, "Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware." So angels can look like humans, act like humans, sound like humans, and pretend to be humans, but deep down, they are far from human. Let's not forget that Lucifer himself is an angel, and when he fell from heaven, he took 1/3 of the angels with him. 1/3, or 33.3%. 33. Where have we seen that number before? Is it possible that the Masonic obsession with the number 33 is in fact a way for them to pay homage to the 33% of angels that fell from heaven? I say yes, but I digress. December 8th, 2020. The Jerusalem Post releases an article entitled, quote, "Former Israeli space security chief says aliens exist. Humanity is not ready." Let's read it together and see what we can find. Every time this article says the word alien, I'm going to replace it with fallen angel, because that's exactly what they are. Quote, "This galactic federation has supposedly been in contact with Israel and the US for years, but are keeping themselves a secret to prevent hysteria until humanity is ready." This article is by Aaron Reich, December 8th, 2020. Has the state of Israel made contact with fallen angels? According to retired Israeli general and current professor Hayam Eshid, the answer is yes, but this has been kept a secret because, quote, "humanity isn't ready." Speaking in an interview, Eshid, who served as head of Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years and is a 3-time recipient of the Israeli Security Award, explained that Israel and the US have both been dealing with fallen angels for years, with Eshid clarifying the existence of a, quote, "galactic federation." The Galactic Federation. In New Age theology, there is a group of so-called, quote, "good aliens" who call themselves the Galactic Federation of Light, or the Ashtar Command. They've been making contact with psychics and channelers for decades now, and their message is always the same. It's in direct opposition to the gospel of Jesus Christ. You see, It's the same exact lie Lucifer told Eve in the Garden of Eden. It's their calling card, and they always resort back to this promise of, "Ye shall be as gods." Let's continue reading the article from the Jerusalem Post. The 87-year-old former space security chief gave further descriptions about exactly what sort of agreements have been made between the fallen angels and the US, which ostensibly have been made because they wish to research and understand the fabric of the universe. This cooperation includes a secret underground base on Mars, where there are American and fallen angel representatives. If true, this would coincide with the US President Donald Trump's creation of the Space Force as a fifth branch of the US Armed Forces, though it is unclear how long this sort of relationship, if any, has been going on between the US and his reported extraterrestrial allies. But Ashid insists that Trump is aware of them and that he was, quote, on the verge of disclosing their existence. However, the Galactic Federation reportedly stopped him from doing so, saying that they wished to prevent mass hysteria since they felt that humanity needed to, quote, evolve and reach a stage where we will understand what space is and what spaceships are. As for why he's chosen to reveal this information now, Ashid explained that the timing was simply due to how much the academic landscape has changed and how respected he is in academia. End quote. So there you have it. In my opinion, this is a soft disclosure. They're trying to warm people up to the idea of some space brothers and sisters who are looking out for humanity, but we know that's not true. We know they're fallen angel entities who are intent on deceiving mankind. So what do you think about all this? Are fallen angels pretending to be space aliens, or do you believe that there really are people from other planets and all they want to do is help mankind? Please leave a comment below and tell everybody what you think about this. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit that like button. And until next time, thank you all for watching, and God bless you all.